Well, Kelly's Court is back in session. On the docket today, the case of a congressman's son now facing a police investigation after he is caught on tape talking about voter fraud. Patrick Moran resigning his position as a paid staff member on his father Jim Moran's election team. Jim Moran, after this video surfaced. Now, Jim Moran is a Democratic congressman in Alexandria, Virginia. This secret undercover recording was made by an undercover activist, James O'Keefe. He's been questioned in the past about his tactics, but in this case, it appears that the dispute is not necessarily over the authenticity of the tape, but over what the congressman's son really meant to imply by his statements. We want to play a clip for you and take a look at how Patrick Moran responds when he's asked for advice on how to vote for 100 people.
There'll be a lot of voter protection, so if they just have, just need a utility bill or a big statement obviously would be tough, but I think faking that utility bill would be easy enough.
How would you do that?
I would just find, I don't know, I guess
just Microsoft Word and type it out.
Yeah, something like that.
He's got name and address. That's the best bet.
Well, no, it has to be formal. Look at the law.
Okay.
But it has to be like a utility bill or something like that, so you have to forge it.
Joining me now, Jonas Bilbor, a defense attorney and former prosecutor, and Brian Claypool, who is a defense attorney. So what we are told, and we don't know, maybe he will challenge the tape as inauthentic, but right now we're told the cops are looking into this to see whether he committed a crime. And he is saying, look, I tried to humor the guy. I don't endorse illegal behavior, and I wasn't really taking this person seriously. But he's resigned from his dad's re-election campaign, Jana. What could they possibly charge him with?
Well, I don't think they're going to be able to charge him with much. This is what they're going to have to look at. The video alone is a lot of smoke, Megan, and they're really going to have to search for the fire. Because remember this is a totally staged event. The cops aren't involved in this. This is an activist group with a camera, and you put a camera in somebody's face long enough, Megan, eventually you're going to see somebody pick their nose, and that's what their job is.
The cops don't investigate that.
The cops were not involved in this. So we're going to have to look at whether there was eventually a substantial step toward the commission of a crime, in this case, voter fraud. And unless they get behind this video and this person did more than just simply kind of humor this guy, it's going to be tough for police. Not impossible, but pretty tough.
How about, is giving advice enough? Is that an act in furtherance of, the alleged conspiracy, Jana? And then I'll go to Brian on it.
Actually, no. I could write a book on how to rob a bank if I want to, and there's going to be no crime in that. You need to actually take a substantial step forward. So that's the rub here. I don't think they're going to have enough to charge him.
So, Brian, if that's the case, why are the police investigating?
Well, Megan, first of all, on the way over here, I got a news alert for you. I checked the Virginia Penal Code, and I couldn't find anything in there to prosecute Moran for stupidity. So I just wanted to make that clear.
And the courtrooms would be very full if that were a crime.
Yeah, they would.
Exactly. My living room would be housed with inmates as well. We need my living room. But getting back to your question, this is politically motivated for sure. There's no question about that. But I want to take you through a hypothetical to show how silly and comical this and a waste of taxpayers' money. Hypothetically, Megan, if I called you over the weekend and I told you, and this is pretend, I told you, hey, my finances are tough, promised my little girl I'd buy her an American Girl doll for Christmas. I think I want to rob a bank. I don't have any idea how to do it. What do you think, Megan? And you tell me, hey, I know there's a gun store down the street. You probably want to start with that. You might need a mask, and you might need some gloves. Do you think if the police show up at your house at 3 a.m. and arrest you, that's fair if I haven't even committed the crime?
No.
That's preposterous.
No, I'm against that.
Right, thank you.
What about it, Jana? Because the cops they're not dumb. They know that you need an act in furtherance of the conspiracy. So why are they bothering to investigate this guy if they don't have, as far as we can tell, any information that he did anything more than have a conversation with the undercover filmmaker?
Because we're 2 weeks away from the election, basically, is why they're doing it.
Alexandria is not a Republican stronghold, let me tell you that. And if the Alexandria cops are the ones looking into this, these are not likely to be right-leaning guys.
Yeah, well, I think there's an entertainment factor to this more than anything. And look, these activist groups are going to get in the police face too and say, come on, do something about this. Look at this evidence, quote, that I got for you here. But really, I do think that there's much more smoke than anything else. And, you know, listen, this guy should have said, get out of my face. You're talking crazy. This is ridiculous. I'm not going to entertain you. But his excuse is rather plausible. I thought he was crazy. I was humoring him, and then I left.
Well, let's take a listen to another soundbite which suggests. Let's play the first soundbite that he might be humoring him.
He's found about 100 names on voter rolls records. He's 100 people who don't vote. He's looking for 2 guys to help him with something.
Crank it out.
Yes. He's got a van, and he and me, we're going to go around and
rally those people out of it, get them to the polls.
well, he was actually going to get in a van and vote for it. Kind of, but it's scary, but I don't want to lose, and I'm frightened.
I don't know. You know, I mean, the police take that into account? Jonna, quickly.
Yes, they absolutely would. This guy's intent is pretty clear that he wasn't intending to commit any kind of fraud, in my personal opinion, but they have to investigate.
All right, panel, thank you. In 3 minutes, an update on the Pakistani teenager.